All right, guys, we are here with Korn. If you could just introduce your name and position in the band.
I would be Ray Luzier, the lead bongoist. Yeah, I'm the drummer.
All right, so tell us about this festival. How stoked are you to be on it?
It's awesome. You know, we're really psyched. We got Brian Head Welch back in the band again. So this is my 6th year with the band. I've always wanted him back in, and we wrote a slamming new record. It's coming out October 8th, Paradigm Shift. So we're actually playing for the first time tonight 2 of the new ones off the record. So it's the debut tonight.
Cool. So what 2 songs are those?
They would be Never Never, which our video is out right now and on the radio, and then the second single, which would be Love and Meth.
Awesome. So yeah, what was it like having Brian back in the band? Like, how did that all come about?
It's you know, it was pre you know, me getting in the band, that whatever disputes they had. So when he left, you know, they moved on and got other musicians, and next thing you know, we played a festival, Carolina Rebellion, and he just happened to be sitting in with his friend's band Red, and he took his daughter to see a bunch of bands that she wanted to see, and obviously, you know, they wanted to check out Korn. You know, it's been 7 years, so he's been in touch with a couple of the members, and but I understand that him and James haven't spoken 7 years, so that was the last thing to get those 2 to talk, and next thing you know, they were getting along like brothers again. And then a couple months passes, and we just talked about, hey, let's get in the studio and just write some stuff, see if it happens. And instantly, it just clicked. No awkwardness. The riffs were flowing. We had 25 songs within a few months, and just, yeah, really cool.
That's awesome. So, yeah, tell us about the writing process. Was any of this album actually written before Brian, or was it kind of like a fusion, or what?
No, we strictly went in with him and said, because we were getting ready to start a new cycle of writing, and we just Monkey called him and said, hey, you know, just throwing it out there if you want to, you know, come over to the studio. And so we literally started everything with Brian in it. So it was, and it's crazy because just the chemistry they had between them, it never went away. You know, even though it's that many years passed on, and it was just like I'd be just messing around with a beat, you know, checking my drums, and I'd come up with a riff, and Fieldy would come in and start playing. It's just all this stuff. I mean, the record is so not forced, and that's what I love about it. I mean, it's some of the best vocals I've ever heard Jonathan Davis sing. It's some of the coolest riffs, and it's got the heart of old school Korn, but it's definitely 2013.
So would you say this album, how does this album compare to previous releases then in that sense?
Way different. I mean, Path of Totality, obviously we went to a completely different direction with the dubstep experimentation, and it was cool. You know, you piss off some old school fans, you gain new ones. You know, Korn 3, Remember Who You Are, we went back in with Ross Robinson, the original producer, completely old school, you know, so that, you know, that's what I love about Korn. We're not afraid to take chances and go in different directions, but at the end of the day, it's still unidentifiable. You know, it's Korn.
So where does the name of the album come from, Paradigm Shift?
James actually come up with that, Monkey. He actually he had a big list of names, and we just kept coming back to that one, and the meaning of it, having Paradigm Shift to have, you know, the 2 different meanings separating, and hence the 2 heads facing each other on the album cover, and it's just, we had a nice ring to it.
So what would you say the theme of this album is lyrically?
Lyrically, it's just, you know, obviously it's with Jonathan's feeling at the time, and there's all, you know, Never Never, our first single, and the video that's out right now. It's obviously about, you know, he said he's had a couple failed relationships, and if something ever happened to his current one, he'd never love again. You know, it's a very strong song. Love and Meth was obviously dealing with demons of the past, you know, substance abuse. It's all over the map, you know, but it's so, like I said, nothing's forced. It wasn't like, oh, hurry up, we got a deadline. It was just like, we'd take 2 months off if we wanted to from the record, come back to it fresh. Hey, this riff's great. Hey, we need to revise this. And I think you really hear, with nothing on, this is the first record in a long time I can't skip a track. I'm always like, hey, I can do without that one. I cannot skip a track on this record.
Awesome. All right, so lastly, what's next for Korn? I mean, after this festival, where are you guys headed?
We are, man, what's the next gig? Reno or somewhere, or Vegas? I forget. We never really stop. Even if we're home, we have one-offs like this festival, and we're hitting it hard in October, hitting a tour. Obviously, Korn.com has all the dates on there, so. Okay. Yeah.
All right, guys, that's Korn, and thank you for having us. This is Keim Interviews. Take it easy.